At just 18 feet in total length, this might be the largest feeling compact travel trailer camper that I have ever seen. You are going to be blown away by how much space they packed inside this itty bitty frame. Let's go. As we open the door here, you'll be able to see some of the specs here on this travel trailer. Again, 17 feet 11 inches on the total length there, and has a cargo carrying capacity of 636 pounds that we can see. And that's the only sticker on the outside. You do have a solid MORryde step going in, and that is going to give you a nice solid step surface walking in and out of there. You have your grab handle here and your screen door, of course. Screen door opens up like so. You do have your awning that covers basically the entire length of this travel trailer with an LED light underneath the awning. And as we step inside, what a awesome little floor plan this is. I mean, this is just another one that I would even put in contention for something I would own myself. But also with the size of this, I mean, a more compact vehicle should be able to handle this just fine as well. Think things like a Toyota Tacoma, or, you know, Chevy Colorado, or even, you know, a lot of SUVs out there in the market. It's a really compact, lightweight camper. It's so small, I actually saw this thing being towed in by an F-250, and this thing looked tiny behind it. So I think this would look really good behind a smaller vehicle, especially like something like a Tacoma or a mid-size SUV. But obviously with that, always be aware of like your hitch weights and your payload capacities on your vehicle and your overall towing specs on your vehicle relative to the specs of this travel trailer. Now, obviously you can see right here, this is a Murphy bed setup. We'll get to that in just a second, but let's kind of start going forward and work our way back. You have your lights up here. They are using these LED light strips, and they do have a dimmer switch on them. So dimmer switch right here, you can see how those lights will dim. And then you step up front, and it has a huge front kitchen setup here. All of this countertop space wraps all the way around. You have what I call like a north to south facing 2-burner stove. So open that up and you have your 2 burners there. They do have light indications to let you know when they're on. And then down underneath here, you have your microwave that also doubles as a convection oven or an air fryer. So no oven in here to maximize your storage space. It does have a vent fan up here when you're cooking, so you can vent out smells with that vent fan. And then all this storage space up here that you would lose if they did a microwave and an oven. So love that. Does have a tire pressure monitoring system on this travel trailer. Nice hidden hinges. Love that. So it gives it a really clean look. You can see the hidden hinges there. A lot of other stuff in this price range and size typically won't have some of those nicer features. Storage space up in there. Storage space through here. And you have storage space up above the refrigerator. Outlet here in the corner, window there, and your puck lighting up through here with another outlet in that corner. These puck lights are a pretty cool light tone, and your LED lighting up in here is also a little bit more of a cool light tone. So a little bit cooler tones, not super warm feeling with the light colors in here. Open this up, you have your refrigerator, has a couple pull-out drawers in these spaces. And then underneath here, this is a 12-volt refrigerator and freezer. You have a stainless steel sink, so a single basin stainless steel sink with the prep rack on top, and your faucet does have a retractable head on there. You can see a lot of your things that you get with Grand Design. I want to give you a second to look at this kind of advertising sheet, for lack of a better word. You have the Asdale sidewalls, so you're going to have that water resistant sidewall there. You can see it's tested to 100 degrees and also tested for cold weather. It doesn't have 12-volt heat pads on the water tanks, but it will have heat going into that cavity underneath the RV to keep your water tanks warm. And then you can see some of these other functions that you have on here. Just want to give you a second to take a look at that. Storage underneath the sink. You have shelves here and your breaker box under there. Under here you have 2 shelves. Battery disconnect switch right there, and storage through here. Then underneath here, you have 3 pull-out drawers. You can see they're using like a plywood construction on these drawers. It's like a pressed wood in there. 3 drawers that pull out. And then this is a really clever idea. Since there is no designated dining table space in here, you have this nice big window and you get these 3 bar stools so you can sit here and have a meal, hang out in this space. You also get all of this cubby storage down underneath here. So what a cool spot to just sit down. You can have a view of your campsite there and have a nice meal sitting at this space, or just hang out. You also have your TV right here so you can watch a show, just have something on in the background. And then this window will have a pull down blackout shade. So if you just want to sit here and block out the sun, you also can do that. Wireless charging pad right here so you can set your phone on there to charge while you eat. And then you have a max air vent fan up over this space so you can vent out air in this area as well. So I love all that. That is just so clever. So 3 spots to sit underneath here with the 3 bar stools. And then across from here, you have your jackknife style sofa. So the sofa here, nice seating space, big enough for, 2 people to easily sit here. In fact, let me show you kind of like what I would look like sitting in this space so you can get a perception for the size here. So if I sit down, you can see you have a flip down armrest right here, but this does give you enough space where, 2 adults could sit here with a kid in the middle. You could have 2 adults with a dog in the middle, or if you just kind of want to lay out, I mean, it's big enough where you can, kind of lay down real quick if you want to. You kind of got to curl up. Or because it's a jackknife sofa, before I show you that, let me show you these drawers underneath here. You have your drawers right there that will pull out for storage, 2 of those. And then this jackknife sofa, it's one that functions like this, where it flips over itself. And it lays down, so you could lay on it like that, but of course you also have the Murphy bed behind here, so latch to hold this bed in place, drop this down, and your mattress will unfold. Now this mattress here, I'm not exactly sure what size mattress this is. I really wish I had a tape measure on me, and I do not. I even went to Lowe's today and I could have grabbed one. But that seems like that is pretty dang close to a queen bed. My feet have a couple inches of space there. I'm 73 inches tall. My head's at the wall. So maybe it's a 75-inch long bed. I think it's safe to say a 75-inch long bed. So not a true residential queen. It's going to be an RV queen. It does have a fold in the mattress. So that is something where you see that fold that happens. It's kind of hard to show it. But the fold happens right there, so it'd be hard to put like a different type of mattress in here that doesn't fold because it'll have a hard time scrunching back up into that space. But you could put like a memory foam topper on top of here if you're not able to find a mattress that will flex enough to put into the space if you want to upgrade this mattress that quite frankly is not all that comfortable. Up here you have your lights in this area, so 2 puck lights, and then you have a window here with a pull down blackout shade. Love that you get the pull down blackout shades on this camper. I mean, again, just not really a normal find in a travel trailer this size and price range where you get the pull down blackout shades. Most times you're getting some sort of pleated shade. That is how that converts. As you can see, I did that all with one hand. Very easy. You have your AC up here. It is not a ducted AC, so it's just going to drop down into this space through that opening there. And then you have some storage space back through here. You have your clothing rod. So you can hang some clothes in there if you would like, and you have a cubby space in here with outlets and USB ports in that cubby. Have a hook here. You can hang some different items on these hooks. Have your AC controls for your slide out and your lights, water pump, tank levels, and your max air vent fan. Now this here is a slide out, so this slide is going to come in, and when the slide comes in, you're not going to lose access to anything. You'll still be able to get to your refrigerator, get to your kitchen stuff. You'll be able to get to everything through there. Get my phone out of the sun because it is almost overheating already. And then as we turn this way, you have a rear bathroom. So going into the rear bathroom, one of the bummers, but this is a weight thing on a travel trailer this size, I would imagine. It is a plastic foot flush toilet, so nothing crazy about that. It's not a porcelain, it's just plastic, but it'll still get the job done. It's off center, so you have enough space to actually sit there. Do have a sliding pocket door for privacy to the bathroom. Does actually give you good privacy with that door. And then to your right, you have your countertop space here, a couple different drawers that pull out. It's going to have the hardware in there for a toilet paper holder. You also have a spot here where you can hang towels, and you have a stainless steel sink. Not the biggest stainless steel sink ever. As you can see, my hand in there takes up quite a bit of space. You have 2 mirrors here, and then your storage space behind there. See your single puck light up above here. This is going to be shining kind of directly over your head when you are looking into these mirrors. Then you have your tankless on-demand water heater, light switches, outlets, and then your shower. Good size shower. You get a rectangular shower in here. A couple more hooks to hang towels on or anything like that. Vent fan up in the ceiling, and then this shower here, I'll show you a little bit of perspective on how I fit inside of this space. Let's flip the camera around here for you, and I'm gonna step up in here, and the skylight is pretty much the entire length of this shower. So you can see my head goes up into the skylight. The skylight gives you height for probably about 6'5" or so. I do have to duck to get under the shower head, or I would have to lift it up over my head, and then pretty good size overall. When I close this, can see how this is like that flexible material here. So if you hit your elbow on it or anything like that, it doesn't hurt, because you more than likely will, because it's a little narrow in here. So that's why they give you a flexible shower curtain, essentially, so you don't have to worry about hitting your elbow on that. But I love that it is a rectangular shower, so gives you a good amount of floor space. Turn this back around. And now walking back out of there, that is pretty much everything on the inside of this camper. There's a couple things to talk about on the outside, but let me know what you think so far about how much space is in this camper. Again, I can't believe this thing is only 18 feet long. It is just so nice what they did with the space in here. And I can't believe also that I can't recall of another brand that has a floor plan layout like this. This is, you know, almost like a exclusive to the Grand Design Imagine line, as I can't recall anything else that has a floor plan that's really close to what this is right now. So pretty unique layout. You do have manual stabilizers on here. A little trick with this, you can get a drill attachment that would attach right there to shoot that down a lot quicker, and that will make these actually even quicker than electric stabilizers. Do have a fully enclosed underbelly, so all your water tanks and water lines sit above the enclosed underbelly, and you do have heat going into that area to keep them warm. You have a spot there to store your sewer hose. You have a Westlake tires on this camper, so a more like all-terrain style tire, and this is a 235/75 R15 tire. You have some water connections here, so a spray port. This is going to be just for like cold water on your campsite. You have, this is probably a freshwater tank fill there, and outlets. Right here you have an outdoor griddle, so it does have this MORryde sliding tray. This griddle will slide out even further, and you have that griddle there so you can cook outside. You have that underneath the awning, so that will cover it. And again, you have the LED light under the awning, so you can have light if you're doing something when it's darker outside here trying to cook. 2 20-pound propane bottles up front, power tongue jack, and spot for your batteries right there. Come along to your non-camp side. Schwintek slide mechanism on your slide out there. It is a pretty long slide. It sticks out about 3 feet or so. Tankless on-demand water heater. It is a Furrion tankless on-demand water heater. You have a big storage space underneath the bed here, and I love that they are giving you this kind of rubber mat here, so added protection on this. Aluminum framing all throughout here, so no wood framing underneath these spots. That's something that's gonna be something that will be more common on a lot of other travel trailer brands in this size and price segment, where you'll typically see like wood framing underneath there and not aluminum framing. So love to see that. Black and gray tank dump valves here for the bathroom, and then it does actually have another gray tank dump valve up front in front of the axles for just the kitchen sink. Battery disconnect switches here, water management system, and then your solar charge controller. Does have solar up on the roof. You have a light here, so you have some storage space. Because of the design of this camper though, no pass-through storage compartment. And then up on the roof, got a couple goodies too. Before we get up there though, 30 amp power connection, and it does have a little receiver hitch on here. maximum load capacity on this is 150 pounds, so nothing crazy, but you can put something on that. As we climb up, it does already have a backup camera installed. Love to see that. And up here on the roof, you have your AC unit and 2 solar panels up here. So that looks like you're getting 200 watts of solar on this camper. So nice solar capacity on there, and overall good looking roof. If you never owned an RV before, just so you know, these seals that you see all along the RV, that is your responsibility to upkeep with the maintenance on those. So every 6 to 12 months or so, you want to make sure you're checking those seals, and probably once every, 1 or 2 years, having some stuff available and ready to reseal those if needed. But that's about everything on this camper here. Let me see if we can find the price real quick before I let you go. Right here, for this one in San Diego, again, there's a link down below in the comments and description where you can find all of the, all of the different available models across the United States. But this one here, MSRP at $40,505, currently listed at $37,298. That's just a listed price. You can obviously contact us through that link down below, or pop into a Blue Compass RV dealership and they can work a good deal for you on this camper here, but currently listed at $37,298. And that is pretty much everything, y'all. So let me know what you think down below in the comments. Very curious your thoughts on this little compact camper, and excited to hear what you have to say about it. So that's all I got for y'all. Until next time, live firmly unbound.